Blessed be everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about creating spell chants and spell incantations. The things that you say when you're doing a spell. So I want to talk about why we use them, what their effect is, what their purpose is, the difference between an affirmation and an incantation, and how you can craft your own spell affirmations and incantations. But before we do that, my name is Sandra. I'm the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca and Witchcraft and shadow work and tarot, magic, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you have been watching this channel but you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe because it does help the channel, and also like and share the videos as well because that also helps the channel grow. Now, if you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice, but you're just not sure of how you can learn it because there's so much out there to learn and you're not quite sure what you should learn first and how do you learn all of the information, I have a free video called How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. It's on my private YouTube channel and you can grab a link to see that via the link in the description field below this video, and it's also available on my website mysterywitchschool.com. And that free masterclass is to just help you come up with a way that you can learn the craft without trying to learn it all at once, and knowing what's the best thing to learn first and then what's next. So do enjoy that video if you haven't already watched it. So as I said, we're going to talk about crafting your own incantations or chants for magic. And the reason why we use chants in magic and incantations in spellwork is because our words have energy. We're working with the spirit of air when we're working with spoken spells, and the word spell actually means to spell, to say, to have words. So that's where the word spell comes from. And our words are very powerful because not only are they vibrations that we send out into the airwaves, but they also contain emotion and energy in that. And so when we're doing a spell incantation or a chant or even an affirmation, they should be designed so that they get us feeling in a certain way. So apart from the vibration that you're putting out there when you're actually saying the spell, so that could be the vibration that you're putting into the candle to charge up the candle, or if you're doing a talisman, putting your intention into the talisman by speaking into the talisman. There's emotion involved in this as well. So that emotion is causing you to feel something and it's getting you excited. It's changing your energy signature. And that's important for spell work. You need to be able to feel the feelings that you would feel if you already had what it is you're doing the spell for. So the two main things are the vibration that you're sending out into the world through your words and what you're feeling as you're doing it. Now, there's different ways that you can come at a spell. You can use just an affirmation. So an affirmation is a statement that usually starts with I am, and it's usually positive and in the present tense. So you've probably seen affirmations all over the place. Just think Louise Hay. She kind of made affirmations very popular in the New Age scene. And you can use them in your spell crafting. There's no reason why you can't. And so an affirmation may be something like, for a love spell, for example, you may say, I am a beacon of love and I attract healthy relationships. And that could be your spell. That could be what you say. For prosperity, you could say, I am receiving abundance. I am receiving abundant wealth that I get to keep. And that could be your affirmation. What's important for any type of spell is that the words you use have something in them that really resonates with you on an emotional level and that has a power behind it. So for love, for example, you could use words like magnetic or connect or attract. With money magic, you could use attract, grow, flow, abundant. For confidence, so if you're doing a spell for confidence, you might use something like strength and power, for example. And these words, when you say them, they have a feeling associated with them. So if you're creating any kind of magic, you want to focus on that. You want to feel into what that feels like when you're saying the chant. See if it gives you the feeling that you're after, one of joy, one of already having what it is that you're doing the spell for. Now, an incantation is different to an affirmation. An incantation is used specifically to create a magical result. It's usually got a rhythm to it, so it's very much in the sort of poetry kind of genre. And often they rhyme as well. They don't have to rhyme, but they do have to have some kind of a rhythm, because incantations are often repeated. They're often repeated maybe 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, 9 times, 11 times. They can be repeated as often as you want. You can do an incantation as you're walking around the circle and then get faster and faster and faster, saying it faster and faster and faster, and raise the energy that way and raise the excitement, raise your emotion that way. You can dance as you're saying them, or you can just repeat them over and over again into a talisman or into a spell candle as you're getting more and more emotional around the actual incantation as you repeat it and as it builds. So it's meant to get you into that emotional state. I've got some examples of incantations here, and I'll just put my glasses on so that I can read them. So for love, for example, an incantation that you could use would be, by the light of the full moon, my heart opens wide, attracting love to stay by my side. So when you say that, there's a feeling in there, by the light of the full moon. Now there's a lot of energy in that. The full moon's very energetic, it's very powerful. So by the light of the full moon, you can almost see that full moon if you're not already looking at it when you do the spell. My heart opens wide, attracting love to stay by my side. And as you say that over and over and over again, you can be imagining that that person, the lover, the partner, is with you and what that feels like. What does that feel like? One of my favorite money spell chants is the very first one I ever came across, and that was Scott Cunningham's chant for money. And it was something like money grow, money shine, money flow, money's mine. Or it might have been the other way around, money flow, money shine, money grow, money's mine. I can't remember which one came first, the flow or the grow. But those words flow and grow are definitely in that spell. And when you say that spell, you feel something like money flow, money shine, money grow, money's mine. Like you can really feel into the energy of that spell. It's giving you that emotion, and that emotion's coming out through your words, and so it's vibrating at a certain frequency. And in magic, it's like attracts like. So you want to be like what it is you're wanting to attract to you, or what it is you're wanting to bring yourself to, and have the universe reflect back to you. So you want to be in that same state as the thing you want, and on a vibrational level. And the spell can help you do that by getting you very emotionally excited about it. Now, one of the tricky things, of course, is knowing how to craft these spells. If you're not particularly great at doing poetry or writing, it may be something that you struggle with. It's okay to spend time coming up with your spell incantation. You don't have to do it within a short space of time. You could spend time doing it. When I write my own spell incantations, it takes me a while to do them. I'm not a particularly verbal person. And so it does take me a while to come up with something I'm happy with. But you can use other people's spell chants from books, spell books, and from blogs that give you spells online, and just tweak them to suit your intention and what you really want, what makes you feel like you already have what it is that you want. You can do that with your with your magic. You don't have to come up with your own spells. You can be using the spells that are already out there to use and just tweak them. And these days you've got the chatbots, so you can even use them to help you craft your spell. They may not be particularly good at it at first, but you can kind of train them to get better, and you just keep getting them to tweak something, or maybe you just tweak what it comes up with. You might come up with a couple of good lines, but then some of the other lines are pretty crappy, so you can tweak them from there, but it gives you something to start with anyway. And when you've got something to start with, you can then fiddle with it and change it. And if you're particularly good at prompt engineering, then you could prompt the bot to be able to give you the spell that you want by every time it produces something, you just tell it to tweak it in some way that helps you until you get something that you want. The incantation is there to help you feel into what it is that you want. So it doesn't have to be an amazing work of art. It just has to serve its function and give you the feeling that you already have it, and that it's something you enjoy saying as you're saying it. So it doesn't have to be a work of literary art or anything like that. Now, as you're saying your chant and your incantation, you want to be feeling into the wish fulfilled. So feeling as if you already have it. It's already happening. You're already there. The people are already there. The person's already there. The money's there. You're experiencing that being there in some way. So you're imagining yourself spending it. If it's money, you're imagining yourself with that significant other person. If you want to be with a relationship of some sort. If it's a feeling that you're wanting to create, like more confidence, you're feeling more confident. And in your chant for something like confidence, you might want to use the words power and courage in there to help you feel more confident. So when you're crafting your spell, you need to have the feeling of the wish fulfilled already running in your body. And then as you're choosing the words, maybe come up with your power words first. And how do they make me feel? Are they in alignment with how I imagine I'll feel once I already have my wish fulfilled? And then go from there. Borrow, use chatbots, come up with your own, tweak them over and over and over again until they really, really flow and resonate with you. Spell crafting is a combination of your energy and your intentions, your words, the energy that you're creating with the materials that you're using, and then connecting with the universe and letting the universe know exactly what it is that you want, so that it will reflect and mirror that back to you, and you will experience that very result. Now, I teach all of this in the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. So I teach you all about the energy work. I teach you spell crafting, as well as creating the circles, as well as celebrating the Sabbats and the lunar rites, connecting with deities, and more than anything, using witchcraft as a way to help you connect to yourself, to your purpose, and to your potential, to bring you back to a sense of home in your life and being the creator of your life. So if you want to learn witchcraft with me, do check out the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. At the moment, I am still offering the Witch's Guide to Magic as a bonus with that course, so it's free when you enroll in the Mystery Witch School 101. And the Witch's Guide to Magic is a course in doing spells. So it's doing the spell work. The spells are already there for you. It just teaches you how to do the spell work in a more of an intense way, specifically for things like love and romance, wealth and prosperity, health and healing, and defense and protection magic. So it's a pretty good deal at the moment with the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. You get all of the witch training as well as some extra spellcasting training and a practice that you can do every day to make you feel more connected and to connect you with your inner witch. There's a link in the description field below this video if you want to sign up, and there's also links on my courses tab on my website, themysterywitchschool.com. Now, if you like this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Sandra, and I'll see you on the next video.